Okay, so here we are in RStudio. Right here, uh, this whole code that I have for the R code, it was specifically designed in order to find out the popularity of different phone brands. And this was done in order to understand the influence that phone brands might have, the amount of influence, because the amount of popularity is directly correlated, I'd say, with uh, the variance of popularity. And so first I loaded in the packages here, and I used tidyverse, ggplot2, Dippler, reader, and stringy. And not all of them were used, but I usually load these packages every time just to make sure that I have enough. And then I loaded in from online, from an online site called Data World, and I loaded in a CSV that I found in there that was very helpful. In this CSV, we have the product name, we have the product's URL in order to find it, we have the brand, the sale price, the MRP, the number of ratings, number of reviews, UPC, star rating, and RAM. Um, so the first thing that I did was I wanted to change the brand into a factor. And by changing it into the factor, I was able to directly separate each brand a bit easier. Then I changed the discount, and I made sure that discount was turned into a Boolean instead of just a number. And this I did because I wanted to directly correlate the differences between if I wanted to see if discount made a difference on popularity. Then I also made sure to have the product name, the brand, number of views, the star rating, and the discount all together. And I also filtered in I made another filtered version in order to basically make sure, I wanted to make sure that I was only putting in text values in my visualization for things that were higher than 50% of the popularity that you'll see. And so here we are. Here's the new layout. Quite easy to see. We have a character for product name, factor for brand, integer for number of reviews. We have the star rating, which is a double, and discount, which is the Boolean. And then finally, I have right here the code that I did to make it a visualization. One thing that I particularly did was that I times the star rating by the number of reviews. And that's how I created popularity as something to actually see in a Y value. And in the X value, I put in the brand. And then all these blue dots you see here, those are true, which means that there is a discount, and false means that there is not. And so one thing that I noticed is that sometimes discount does make a difference, but there's a lot of times a discount does not. But it does seem like things that had both a discount and did not have discount had a high popularity. And that's interesting to see. I also saw that Redmi is the brand that has the most popularity, which means it would have the most influence. Then I knitted everything together and I created an MD file on GitHub. And so now this MD file is here that you could fully see everything on GitHub without a problem. And that's about what I did. There's also an HTML if one wanted to see the HTML form of it. Bit harder to see, but there it is. And if one were to actually look at this in HTML format,